with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
8:37. Welcome back to Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Hey, we're inside the Forge Jewelers studios today. It's good to have you with us here. We're going to do our Need to Know Things coming up in just a bit. Let's get to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. My guest is Jeff Abramo. He is the Communications Director for AARP New Jersey, and of course was the host of the Your Life at 50 Plus radio show heard here on WCTC. Big event coming up in Edison on December 6th with the, I guess notorious is the right word, Frank Abagnale, and this is an event not to be missed, and Jeff is with us this morning with some details. Is notorious the right word, Jeff, for Frank Abagnale? What do you think?
I think that he'd be fine with that, given where he started off.
Right. Good to have you with us here today. And wow,
Thanks a lot, Bert.
this is going to be a great event. Of course, people got to know Frank Abagnale. When Leonardo DiCaprio plays you in a movie, you know you're a big deal. And the movie is Catch Me If You Can, and it detailed his real life exploits, and it was amazing what he was able to pull off, even as a kid in some cases.
Yeah, what's fantastic is that it was a great movie. Oftentimes, it's actually based on a book that Frank wrote himself, and oftentimes the movies don't quite live up to the book. And I think you could say that in this case as well, but it was still a really good movie. And that said, it only touches the tip of the iceberg of the exploits that Frank Abagnale actually went through and the things he got into. And it makes it that much more fascinating how he did a complete 180 and essentially used his knowledge rather than from forces of evil to forces of good. So
yeah, that's what we like, when the bad guys become good guys and they start giving you ways to protect from the bad guys, and that's what he's going to be talking about on December 6th, right?
Yeah, we're actually really fortunate at AARP. We have a partnership with Frank Abagnale, who, since his exploits a number of years ago, has spent the last 20 or so years working with the FBI, actually 40 years ago, working with the FBI and a number of financial institutions about scams, scam awareness, fraud prevention, how to prevent identity theft. And he's going to be coming to the Allura in Edison to speak to, at this point, a capacity crowd of over 500. It filled up really quickly, thanks to your help, among others, about scams and how to protect yourself from identity theft, things to look out for, common ways that bad guys are trying to steal your money, frankly. And we're really excited about it.
Yeah, that's a great get. And when you think about it, it makes all the sense in the world, Jeff. You want to figure out, how to make a lock that's not easy to pick. We'll get somebody who's a professional at picking locks and, find out what would stop them or what would deter them. And when you have a guy like Frank Abagnale and what he was able to do, an airline pilot, an attorney, a doctor, and the roles that he was able to play and stealing people's identities, who better to tell you how to protect yourself than a guy who did it masterfully?
Oh, absolutely. He knows how to get into the mind of these bad guys who are doing all sorts of things to try to steal your money on the phone or on the web. Holiday scams are coming up, the IRS scams that have been around. He knows how these guys think. And while his advice isn't fail-proof, it is really, really good. And there are things that he's going to say as part of his presentation that people will immediately be able to take back and implement the next day to begin protecting themselves in a better way. And it really ties into the overall messaging of the AARP Fraud Watch Network that we've been trying to promote for the last year or two here in New Jersey, because it's just so important for people to protect themselves and their assets, especially older adults like our membership who aren't going to have as much time to get them back before retirement if something happens.
Yeah, and that's why I think it makes this event just absolutely perfect for AARP, for those who are retired and for the caregivers of people who are, responsible for an elderly parent or something. And you mentioned about the scams nowadays with emails and phone scams that seem like have been every day, Jeff. I hear a new phone scam that's targeting the elderly and trying to get their money, separate people from their money as best they can. Just to having Frank come out and do this free program is just The timing could not be better, and it just a perfect match, if you will, what Frank can offer and who AARP is going to bring out to this event. I think it's an absolutely perfect opportunity and just a great event where some wonderful information is going to be shared.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, I think that part of the thought process here is that, it's not so much to speak to a specific scam. We're not going to talk about the IRS scam particularly because they always change. So what we're trying to do is just educate people and get them to think about these scams in a different way generally so that they can apply this knowledge and say, you know what, this doesn't smell right. This is different, but this doesn't smell right either. To just try to give them that base of knowledge so that they can try to get to where the scammers are, if not be maybe even a step ahead of them.
Yeah, and once again, the event is going to be at the Allura in Edison. It's going to be on December 6th. We do have a link up on our Facebook fan page that will get you some more information. But where do we stand now, Jeff? If someone wants to be a part of this event and they want to hear what Frank has to say, what do they do now?
So here's the thing. The actual on-site event is at capacity. I mean, it blew up on us. So what we've done, and this I think is a really great thing because it's going to bring some different people who can't get there in, really statewide, is we're going to be doing a live stream of the event, a live web broadcast of the event on December 6th starting at 6 p.m., and it'll be right in our Facebook page. And what we're asking people to do is to go to that website, and I can give you the website, and I'll read it slowly. It's AARP.cvent.com/NJ Abagnale. That's NJABAGNALE. And I think that's on your website as well, so people can go there to get the link. Go there, pre-register, and you will get direct exclusive access to the live streamed event. So you can watch and learn and get all the great info without actually having to leave your house. So I think this is actually a really good thing for people.
Yeah, I mean, this is an opportunity you could have reach an even larger audience that goes beyond the capacity of the venue, which I think that's a terrific thing. So yeah, so sign up, definitely sign up for that because you don't want to miss out on this. And this is a great opportunity. Does Frank do these around the country with different AARP chapters, Jeff?
Sure, yeah. Actually, Frank has done, I think we are the 9th or 10th this year, and we're the final one. He's done them in different states, Pennsylvania. He was in Massachusetts recently, and, I mean, they are rapidly popular everywhere. They're always at capacity. The issue of fraud is just, of all the things we speak about, and I remember this when we did the show with you guys, the shows that were the most popular were about fraud. That is a topic that touches everybody, every political stripe, every financial status. Everybody cares about this issue, and these events are a demonstrator of that. People come and they enjoy them.
Yeah, this is going to be a terrific event. And what's the time frame? What's the time breakdown for the actual night on 12/6?
So the doors will be opening at 5:30. So if you've already signed up, that's the earliest we're asking folks to get there. And the actual stream on the web will be beginning at about 6 p.m. And again, that's on our Facebook page, and that'll be fluid. It might start at 6:05. Might start at 5:55. Really, just depending on when the action starts. We don't want to have people watching empty rooms, so we'll start it when things start, and we encourage folks to be jumping on our Facebook page around that time and to really catch it.
Excellent. Great stuff, Jeff. Thank you for your time this morning, and this is really going to be an amazing event on the 6th. And thank you for partnering with WCTC on this. We really appreciate it, and having Tommy G do his live show from the Allura is going to be a lot of fun as well. But thank you for your time this morning, and we look forward to December 6th, all right?
Thanks, Bert, and thanks for your help as well getting this thing promoted. It's been a blast.
Terrific. Thank you very much. All right, Jeff Abramo, my guest on the Jersey